Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an episode of Career Mode. Now, you guys may not or may know this. I'm not too sure how well you guys follow the series, or whether you try and catch the odd episode, or you're a big fan and you like to just watch every single episode. I'm not too sure, whether I have the casual viewers or hardcore viewers, but if you are a hardcore viewer, then you will know that I actually got kicked out of the Carling Cup a few episodes ago, I think it was, and that was a bit devastating for me because I do want to do well in the Cups, and although the Carling Cup probably isn't the actually, I believe it's called the Capital One Cup now, but although it's not the most prestigious one that I want to win, if I can't do that well in the Carling Cup, my chances in the other ones weren't really that good, but I feel as though it's quite important that I do well, at least in, one of the domestic cups, and I believe the only one I'm actually left in to do well in is the FA Cup, but I do think I'll be able to do well. Hopefully I'll be able to do well in that. And I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. But at the moment, what you guys are looking at is a game up against, I think it's Dynamo Kiev or something like that. My apologies if the name's wrong. But it was a European League game, and the European League is something I really want to win. But a fantastic over-the-top ball with a great volley means that it was actually 1-1. And this game was going to be pretty important. It would, like I said, it would be great if I could place in this, at least come, first or second. But it went 2-1 to them. Smolov there manages to get another goal, and that kind of put me on the back foot a little bit. It was going to be tough, and I did want to get a good away score because when it comes to these home and away games, you'll actually find that away goals count for so much, and that can be the difference between you going through and you not going through. As well as it's always important, just to at least grab something when you play away, whether that be a draw or even better, a win. But I got very, very lucky. I went 2-1 down. I managed to get an equalizer and then a penalty in the 90th minute. And who do I put up for it? None other than the man himself, El Shaarawy, and he steps up to it and he finishes that really nicely. And I was really happy with that. 19 goals in all competitions. And to get a win away from home there from what looked like it was going to be a loss was really, really important. But Arsenal there beat Anzi Makalakala 3-0. Solid result for Arsenal, but we've seen what we can recently do against the likes of Arsenal, and we kind of battered them, I want to say. But Paul Pogba there, he's so injury prone. I think this is the third time he's been injured now, and he's out for a month, and that is just such a letdown. It really is, because he might be out for 4 weeks, but then you've got at least, probably about a 2-week recovery period, and that's like 6 weeks of not being able to play him, and that is really devastating. But fortunately for me, I do have the likes of Diakite there who can play in that center defensive midfield role and kind of fill in for him. I also have the likes of Ustari there, another defensive mid that'll hopefully do well. But like I said, guys, I actually have an FA Cup game. This is one of the tournaments I want to do well now that I'm out of the Capital One Cup, and fortunately for me, I decided to sim it, and I did sim an away game again, playing those risky moves, but fortunately for me, it kind of paid off, as Fellaini gets 2 goals, which is fantastic, and Merkel also getting himself a goal. But I have to admit that Fellaini, when I play with him, I know he's just scored 2 goals in that simulation, but when I actually play with him, when I first signed him, he was scoring goals like no other. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still scoring some goals, but just far, far less. I mean, he used to be an absolute animal in the air, and he used to just manage to out-header anyone, but now it seems as though he's kind of focused more on his shooting. His shooting is really impressive, but his just heading from corners and winning air balls, they are good, but I just feel as though they were much better when I first signed him. I don't know what the deal is with that. Maybe I'm not playing him in the correct position, or just something has changed since when I first signed him, but he doesn't seem to be doing that well in the air as he previously was. But don't get me wrong, guys, he is scoring some nice goals, and he's actually scoring goals where he's on the edge of the box and he kind of turns defenders and fires it into the back of the net. But I got really lucky there, and El Shaarawy, they're getting his 20th goal throughout all competitions, which is good to see. But I believe Muriel is just streets ahead on that. I believe he's 35, 37, something like that, so an extra 15 goals on top of that. But Onobua or something like that manages to get a goal there, making it 1-1 again. And in case you guys didn't know, this was the second leg of this particular fixture, and I needed to do well. It was a home game, so I was feeling a little bit more comfortable, but some really poor defending there led to an absolute teaser of a goal, and that was so annoying. But fortunately it ended 2-1, and it happened to be the away goals, because I scored 3 away goals. that actually put me ahead. So I actually go through despite me losing 2-1 in that game, which like I said, a little while back, that away goals do make a big difference. So make sure when you go into away games, even if you do lose, make sure you don't lose by too much, but make sure you score a lot of goals away, or at least try to. But I have a game up against the former player Barry, who we recently sold to Liverpool, and that was going to be interesting to see, because I know he went over there. We sold him for the low millions, but he just wasn't fitting in. I already had the likes of Diakite, Pogba, Ustare, who could all play in that position, and Barry was just getting a little bit old, so I decided to sell him for what I could get for him, really. But a game against Liverpool, I'm not too sure how they're doing in the league just yet, but I know for a fact that we definitely need to pick up 3 points in a game like this if we want to come top 4. But like I said, that was a prime example of the sort of goals Fellaini is scoring. But fortunately for me, the defender actually bullies me out of the way that the keeper is running, so it actually allows me to sidestep the keeper and put it into the net, and I actually got really lucky there. It was kind of a bit of a failure for the CPU, but about time those sort of things went my way. And unfortunately for me, though, I did end up conceding a goal to Asaidi. Asaidi, actually, if you guys are starting a new career, he's actually a player you guys should really look at. I'm not too sure how much he goes for early on, but I do know he is a very solid player. But really unfortunate there that I believe that was Adrian there, tried to just take it around the keeper and did that fake shot, and it actually stops right at his feet, and was going to take it around the keeper, but unfortunately the keeper parried it right into Diakite's pathway, and he actually managed to get a goal. But another over the top ball, and Suarez punishes me, but fortunately for me, Diakite had got that 2-goal lead, meant we were 3-2 up, and that was nothing to fear. And really happy with that. Great result against Liverpool, and a really important 3 points as well, because I believe that puts us all tied up with Arsenal again. We kind of dropped behind a little bit, but we managed to recuperate that. But hope you guys did all enjoy this video, and if you did, then leaving a like is much appreciated. You guys don't understand how much I do appreciate that, and I hope you guys all have a cracking day, because I'm enjoying the snow. I don't know if I'm enjoying the snow. I kind of hate snow sometimes. Let me know if you guys like snow or not, but I'll catch you guys all later. Bye bye.